welcome to Hooked on Film, brought to you by Event Cinemas. Today we'll be reviewing The Wolf of Wall Street, a local Perth film, Turkish Delight, and talking about our favourite Australian films. Christian is away skiing in Japan, so we have a special guest with us today. This is Zane.
Hi.
Hey Zane,
Hey.
thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Oh, good. And also this week we've got the Fringe Festival has started.
Yes.
So get down there. What's happening, Claire?
Yeah, well, Raw, FTI-funded short films, is playing on Wednesday at Rooftop Movies.
very exciting.
And on Thursday, we have the top WA student films from last year.
Wow.
Very
Great.
exciting. Being a stockbroker doesn't sound like the most appealing job. But what if you got to party like a rock star and live like a king? Well, Jordan Belfort certainly did, and his cunning money-making schemes earned him the name The Wolf of Wall Street. This autobiographical story, directed by the fabulous Martin Scorsese, shows a crazy and lavish lifestyle that Mr. Belfort and his colleagues led. Starring the dashing Leonardo DiCaprio as Belfort, this is not just a glorified look at a millionaire who spent his money on drugs, sex and alcohol. It is also a tale of shocking greed, excess and power that all came crashing down. What a great film, guys. I loved it. What did you think?
Yeah, look, it's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
But the pace is so frantic.
I didn't even,
You don't
I couldn't
feel
tell. No.
You can't tell, and it has subplots, but they don't distract from the main story. And it's just all about excess, the women that they sleep with, the drugs they take, the money that they literally throw around.
It's
is
crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, and it's based on a true story, but it's so hyper real.
Yeah. I mean, the story itself is just crazy, and I think Leonardo did a great job of being Jordan.
I think
you
it's
know,
his best work.
I think it's one of his best roles. I mean, always been a fan, but he was just amazing in this. I
and
think
the supporting roles.
Oh, and the fact that he was, the fact that he got to be, you loved him, but you hated him at the same time. And I know, Zane, you thought Margot was amazing. I loved her too.
Margot Robbie just stole the whole thing for me, I
she
think.
was amazing. She's
Gorgeous.
gorgeous.
And I think
She's
she was
stunning.
so much better, than Jonah Hill in terms of if you giving out award nominations.
Definitely. That accent, the fact that she's Australian,
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Where did she come from? She's just boom.
I know,
neighbours.
she is, yeah.
The film is rated R.
Yes.
But I think that it is justified. There is a lot of full frontal nudity, a lot of sex.
A lot of
and
drugs. They
quite
take them
shocking.
like candy, those drugs.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and you just wouldn't believe that it's a true story. But is the drug use glorified?
Well, I don't think it's glorified. I mean, there's a
No.
scene where he's pretty much trying to stumble down the stairs, absolutely paralytic, and it's hilariously shot because in the first shot it's got 7 stairs, and as he tries to get down it, you see that it's elongated to about 20 stairs.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting camera work, especially also with the opening of the film, like with the infomercials.
So 80s.
Really
so
selling.
80s.
It's all about sales and that
I
whole
loved
manic
it.
environment.
And Leo was selling it to me just by talking to us through the camera.
And he talks
God,
to the
Leo,
camera.
call me if you see this. I love you. He was amazing. I have to say, I'm going to give it 5 stars because I loved it that much. What about you guys?
Yeah, it was hilarious and sickening at the same time.
Yes.
4 stars.
Yes, and I think Leo was really standout in this. I'll give it 4 stars.
Awesome. Also out this week is Justin Bieber's Believe. He's still in jail and still smiling, but go check that out if you're into him. And also an Italian film, The Great Beauty, is out as well. So check them out this week.
Right, in celebration of Australia Day, we are here reviewing our top 5 favourite Australian films. The 90s was a great decade for Australian cinema. We had The Castle, Romper Stomper and Muriel's Wedding with Toni Collette and Rachel Griffiths.
Oh, I love Muriel's Wedding.
love this
I
film.
have to say, Toni Collette in this, she was so young. She put on all that weight and she played this bogan, with all this with these big dreams and these dreams of ABBA. And I just loved her in this film. I think she was such a standout.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it really broke the idea of what an Aussie comedy could be as well.
Yes.
It went into this darker territory, like where her mother commits suicide and her best friend ends up in a wheelchair. It gave it a real sense of grounding, and so the comedy then worked against that even
It's
greater.
quite dark, but hilarious at the same time. Yeah.
It's a really good balance from the director.
Australia is known for its barren landscapes, and many films do feature the outback. One of the most notable is Samson and Delilah. Samson and Delilah follow 2 Indigenous teenagers who escape their local community after tragedy strikes. such a beautiful film and so, compelling. What did you guys think of it?
It is. It's really compelling. I think it's one of the most beautiful love stories that we've seen on Australian screens recently, involving young people. The connection that they have is often just told through silence, and that beautiful fluid handheld camera work. It also it's able to show like the wider Aboriginal community that they live in, sort of from the inside, which is something we don't really see all that often.
Right.
The fact it was at Cairns and everyone got to see this, I think,
Definitely.
worldwide, that's what was so amazing about this film.
Definitely, and the fact that they were non-actors, they've never acted before, and growing up in that environment, it's really authentic.
So authentic, yeah.
Australia has had some success in the past with its musicals like Moulin Rouge and The Sapphires, but what put us on the world map was Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Stephen Elliott's part buddy comedy, part road trip, all camp dragathon starred Guy Pearce, Hugo Weaving and Terence Stamp as we've never seen them before.
I think the diversity showing these drag queens in the outback, it was hilarious, and the music, every time I hear I Will Survive, that's all I can think of is, them dancing in the bush.
And ABBA. No more freaking ABBA.
So fun.
Exactly. And I think one of the huge standout things about this film is the costumes,
Definitely.
The dresses made of thongs and the ostrich and the lizards. The ostriches,
Really
the
deserving.
emus, what am I saying? We're Australian.
Ostriches aren't Australian.
But no, it's such a
Really
such a
deserving
crazy,
of the Academy Award.
It was,
for
and on the
design.
bus with that train, that silver train,
Beautiful.
I think it's so memorable.
Right, another recent trend in Australian cinema is the dark and gritty thriller. Animal Kingdom was a big hit a few years ago, but one of our favourites is the 2011 film Snowtown, based on a true story. It is gruesome and awesome.
Yes. Now, you expect this sort of grisly torture fest, but, instead you get this harrowing, chilling sort of psychological drama. And Justin Kurzel's direction was amazing as a first-time director, winning the Actor Award, and Daniel Henschel as well, winning Best Actor. Just amazing performance.
Yeah.
The cinematography and design just had such an authentic feel because it's actually shot around the real locations. And scarily for me, every time I watch the film, it's actually all happened 2 streets away from where my sister lives.
Oh my gosh, that's not that great. That's not a good thing.
Extra disturbing.
That's crazy. Oh wow. The 1970s was a very notable time for Australian film and the Australian film industry. One of our favourite films from then was Picnic at Hanging Rock, which was about the mysterious disappearance of schoolgirls and their teacher in the bush. What was so memorable about this film for you, Claire?
I love it. It's so haunting.
Yeah.
The cinematography, the production design, it's so lush and beautiful. Those white dresses, the slow motion. And it's so mysterious, and you don't really find out what happens to the girls, but
it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter because
But it's quite revolutionary to have a film without a climax.
Yeah, but
it's still brilliant.
It's really about like this sexual repression that came from their really stilted British upbringing and colonialism, trying to live a completely like British life.
Yeah.
And
in
the
the
music.
harsh Australian outback.
That haunting music.
Oh,
Beautiful.
it's scary.
Yeah.
Don't love that.
I'm going to go home and watch it again.
Yeah. Well, that's our top 5 Australian films. We obviously didn't get to cover every single amazing Australian film, but definitely check those out and let us know if you have any other favourites. We also have to draw a competition, guys.
Ooh.
We asked you to, like us, subscribe to us on social media. So we're going to see who won a double pass to Event Cinemas. Oh, who is it? It's Rosie Loves DC, a YouTube user. Congratulations, Rosie. You just won.
The short film Turkish Delight by writer-director Mimi Helm explores the world of teen love amongst the party circuit. The film opens with Honor, Tegan Gregory, declaring her love for her boyfriend and saying that they're soulmates. Now, after his flippant response, she meets Lewis, Nicholas Coombe, at a party, and they strike up a weird friendship, which in one point involves clothes swapping. Now, there's a strong use of symbolism in this film with snails, sperm, and Turkish Delight, and I think that really contrasts the varying paces and desires of love. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, for a first-time director,
great job.
I was really impressed because it's very sharp, and especially
Yes.
those party scenes are really well put together.
Definitely.
It was great. I loved the use of invitations to introduce each new scene, each
was
new
really
party.
good.
Such a cool way of doing that, and I think she did a great job with the writing and directing for that. Yeah.
And what stuck out for me was the symbolism, like especially the strongest one was the idea of sperm as associated with being a teenager, because you're sort of in this competitive environment and you're sort of not evolved into yourself yet.
Yeah, it's a strange metaphor, but it works.
Really strong.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is there anything to eat in here? I'm friggin' starving.
What do you think would be a good one? Maybe... Ella's mum brought them back from Istanbul last week. They were really expensive.
Sorry.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Honor.
Well, I'm honoured.